Alright guys, gonna do a quick video here on washing fur. I probably get more comments and questions about washing fur than anything. And you know, it's a real simple process, but rather than having to try to keep explaining it, I figured I'd just make a video. So basically, I'm going to describe a couple different ways, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it, so there's no more questions. You know, you do get better grades. I have seen it as far as washing fur. You know, damn animals are dirty, you know, once they get in that trap, you know. And basically, you're just taking water. I don't use any soap, chemicals, detergent, anything. I'm just washing them off as nature would in a rain or something. So anyway, my method is to use a washing machine and run them through just a rinse cycle. Not a full cycle, just a rinse cycle. Other methods are, you know, if you got a garden hose, use a garden hose. Before I used a washing machine several years ago, I took a 55-gallon drum, and this only works if the weather's cooperative, but I filled up the 55-gallon drum with water, and then whenever I'd bring my critters home, I'd dunk them. And I'd wash them around, you know, in the drum, and then by the next day, all the mud and dirt had settled down to the bottom of the drum, and you had clean water. So that works too. But anyway, basically, this is my preferred method. This is just a standard washing machine. You know, I picked it up at the garage sale for like 20 bucks, you know, and I've got it rigged up here. And this is today's catch here, skinned out. There's 4 coons and a coyote here. So what I do is I've got water already in my machine. I'm simply just gonna take the coons and I'm gonna put them in the washing machine along with the coyote here. We'll put him in there. Now you can see fur naturally doesn't absorb water, it floats. So before I start the cycle, I've got a boat paddle here, and I kind of knead the fur around and get it good and saturated, and that way it sinks to the bottom. Since I'm just using a rinse cycle, you know, I don't have a lot of time. I want to get that fur good and wet, and it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so once that's done, I simply run through just a rinse cycle, and I'll spin them out. You know, the rinse cycle then finishes with a spin. You would be surprised how dry the fur actually comes out, just with you know, being spun out on a washing machine. Now, if I'm doing a lot of fur and I'm freezing it, you know, because I can't keep up, I've got a dryer here too. It's a gas dryer. I've taken the heating element out of it. It's just air. I can do more fur that way if I'm really getting behind. But normally what I do is, you know, if I'm getting, say, 10 critters or less a day, after they come out of the washing machine, I'll take them and I'll hang them up just to air dry overnight. That's all it takes. And then in the morning before I leave to go to work, I'll take them off and I'll put them in the refrigerator, get them good and cold, and then I flush that evening. So anyway, real simple. I'll go ahead and wash this, and then I'll rinse these guys out, and then I'll turn the camera back on and you can see actually how dry they come out. And then hang them up and you're good to go. Okay? Okay, so we've got our rinse cycle started. You can see the fur going round and round. You can see how dirty the water actually is. That's all coming off that fur. So, you know, that dingy, dirty look, these critters are going to come out. They're going to look a lot better. So we'll wait till they go ahead and get done, and then show you the next part. Alright guys, so our spin cycle just finished. We just reach in here. Oh, let's grab this one here. See, there's no water dripping off of him. He's pretty dry, really. I mean, you know, naturally animals, you know, they shed water, so that spin cycle really gets them fairly dry. So anyway, that's that's pretty much it. I just take them and I just hang them like that there on a rack, and like I said, overnight they'll just be just a few drips of water, down on the ground in the morning. So anyway, that's all I do. And I get a lot of questions also about washing before fleshing or washing after fleshing. You cannot wash after you flesh the animal. There's no way to get him dry enough to then board him. Your animals have to be dry before you board him, or else it'll cause fur slippage. So with this, he'll dry, we'll flesh him, and he'll go on the board. So hope that covers the basis, guys. Hope that answers a lot of the questions and stuff I get. I'm going to pull the rest of these guys out, and we'll see you guys again. All right, till next time.